people them who called una for cafe. What two mami them for Kumba, mami for objection. We salute you, mami, for objection for Kumba. And wa mami, we talk say Ambazonia na an independent country. Mami, we also salute you too for Kumba. All wa mami them for that side for the great state of Fako, for Ambazonia capital territory, for that side for Boya. We salute all mami them and papa them for that side. We salute all our people them for the great state of Coupe, we call una cafe, for people for Lebialem, so trowe una salute. For all our people them, for the great state of Momo, we call una cafe. All our people them for the great state of other column of Ngoketunja, we also call all man cafe. All the people them for the great state of for the big city for Bamenda, a salute una. All our people for Kumbo, we also throw una salute. For the people them for Bui, we throw una salute. Our people for Santa, we not forget now. All man for the Ambazonian territory, even the people from Dian, I know say people from Dian they vex. They talk say why you talk. PS ask why you talk, why you need to call the people from Dian. People from Dian, Ekondo Titi, all una for that side for Mundemba. We not so forget all una. We cut all una cafe, will be one people and for one spirit. So my fellow Ambazonians, today it make the number 4 year with the colonial dictator of La République du Cameroon. He decide because they been already start the war for Ambazonian people them since 1961. 1961. Now for the war start for Ambazonia, where La République he occupy Ambazonia. But since that time, they be the use Nakoni for kill Ambazonian people them. Until 2016, then it become that something where it be public. That's something where they make them now an official policy of La République du Cameroon. Before, they do an akoni. They catch our people them, they disappear them, they catch them, they go lock them, and then they carry them from their prison, they kill them. For 2016, the game changed. The colonial dictator of La République du Cameroon, he decide for use a different method for fight a different generation. He talks say if he continue for fight the war for back, he no go fit win the war. He need for use a new tactic. He need for use a new strategy for fight this generation. Because in a different generation, Paul Biya one use crooked means, crooked method for things that they say if he bring this generation into submission, just like it don't succeed for use a genocidal police, army, gendarme with their new terrorist force, what they call and say the B, for also bring this generation into submission. So today, it actually been at the day where for 2016, I think, it been at for 2016, Paul Biya officially declared war for the Ambazonian people then. And the first person where they be killed for Ambazonia, I actually load the video for here, for now, was first brother with a shooty for the great city of Bamenda. Now our brother with the call it Akum Julius. Today na the day where it make number 4 year where Paul Biya he declared this war for the Ambazonian people then. Now the event this where he mark the killing of Akum Julius. Now in this, now watch the video.
Okay, the child has died. They have carried the corpse from the hospital. That's it. They're doing the march past. We are going to Commercial Avenue right now. That's the corpse, as you can all see. That's the corpse. And this is not fun anymore. Bamenda is turning into something else. BBC, CNN, Al Jazeera, you guys need to support us. Our people are dying. Our people are dying. Yeah, Bamenda, 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 Bamenda. Where Massa? Where Massa? Where Massa? Where Massa? Where Massa? Where Massa? Where my sound? Where my sound? Where my sound? Where my sound? BBC, CNN, see, brother, see my sound. CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera, watch this. Where my sound? Where my sound? No, my sound, no song. Where my sound? No. See. Now, that's the cops, as you can all see. That's the cops. And this is not fun anymore. Bamenda is turning into something else. BBC, CNN, Al Jazeera, you guys need to support us. Our people are dying. Our people are dying. Yeah, Bamenda. Where my son? 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 BBC, CNN, see, brother, see my son. CNN, BBC, Al Jazeera, watch this. Where my son? Where my son?
My fellow Ambazonians, while we take the time today for honor Akum Julius, would you also take this time for honor all the one them where they don't pay the ultimate price, where they stand up. They talk to this generation. You know, go do what the previous generation they be doing. And we make them they remain under occupation. Now what brothers them that? Now the brave Ambazonians and this.
No, my son, no song. Where my son?
Even as Akum Julius fall, you see, say thousands of other young men, they take for that same place. They continue the resistance. Even as Akum Julius fall, and the comrades, they carry. He instead inspire them. He instead encourage them. He instead give them the reason why they get for continue. It remind them, say if they not continue, La République du Cameroon, it go continue with those tactics of terrorism and fear for make the Ambazonian people may they become a conquered people. A new generation, it woke up, it turned things around for the Ambazonian people then. Fear disappear. And at the day that way courage, it will be born for the Ambazonian people, their heart. Ambazonia, they kill fear. They embrace courage. And Paul Biya decide say, okay, if not the generation this, the nigga for do something different. And Paul Biya decide for pour in thousand upon thousand upon thousand upon thousand of a colonial military, police and gendarmes into the towns, the cities, the villages of Ambazonia. And it turned Ambazonia into a battlefield. from that moment, it not be anymore. Na something where it be called for by teachers and lawyers. It not be anymore. Na something where be called for by the consortium. It not be anything when na something where na the consortium or na the business people them. It change completely, become a new movement, a new quest, an uprising, a rebellion, where the people they woke up for ask for the end of Cameroon occupation of Amazonia. La République du Cameroon, it got for go back for their drawing board, for go say, okay, now the generation this will confront them, now the kind people them this will not fit this thing anymore, will not fit do this thing anyhow anymore. We need a new strategy. And the new strategy for a colonial dictator, a dictator not been a person where if he negotiate, a dictator not been a person where if he make compromises, if he talks, okay, now what to these people they don't ask him since 1961? What be the problem? Make we listen for what people them, as them be call we what people them, make we listen for them, and we'll see the kind of political compromises we will make them for shape a new destiny we go benefit the two sides of the country. Dictators they need to think like that. The weapon, the psychology of a dictator, now always for crush political opponents, for crush political uprising, for crush any rebellion. A first motive, a first action, a first tactic, now for use overwhelming force, for crush them. And even if it means now for kill the entire population, as long as the dictator will get away. Now the mindset of a dictator, that any man who don't study dictator psychology, or the psychology of a dictator, or the thinking system of a dictator, you go know say all them they did the same. So Paul Biya decide now for go back and for use and for activate a primary instinct for make sure say it crush the rebellion, it crush the uprising, it crush the aspiration. For make sure say not be only say make it keep Paul Biya for power, but now for make sure say their agenda where they don't push them for the world, sell them for the world. Say Cameroon one, it be one and indivisible. It stand. Now the whole game this. When they launch the war, it send all this army. Ambazonians, they quickly adapt. The gospel of the Bala, the gospel of the Fontaine, the gospel of the Tassal, the moment La République du Cameroun, it killed Akum Julius, Agbobala, Fontaine Neba, Partasan, their gospel for CC, they said if he make political compromises for reform the colonial state, he died. He died immediately. A new voice, a baby born. The strategy of the force of argument, it died. Ambazonian, they embrace a new philosophy, a new strategy, will be consistent with the challenges, with the war, and how Paul Biya they behave. And that strategy, now the strategy of self-defense, the argument of force. When the force of argument die, immediately be replaced by the argument of force for confront Paul Biya, confront the occupation. Self-defense be born. Why self-defense? The question Ambazonian they ask, but why self-defense? Because it be very stupid and foolish for approach a dictator It be stupid for Ambazonians for use a strategy where they don't use it since 1961. For try for deal with the challenges and a new approach to the Ambazonian people then, in terms of Cameroon. So self-defense, they create self-defense. Self-defense take over in order for challenge Paul Biya and for challenge their legitimacy, for challenge them within Ambazonia. So the government of La République du Cameroon, once it realized and said they face a different generation with a different mindset, and this generation, it go actually defeat La République du Cameroon for Ambazonia, and it go change the conversation for favor of the Ambazonian people there. Paul Biya now get for adjust. He get for quickly adjust. Rapidly adjust. When he realized and say, they say, it deal with a brilliant generation. When I remember, Dr. Akwanga come in, he preached the gospel of AK. Then Dr. Ayaba take that gospel, that strategy, and he shape them into a national liberation strategy. So that I know it just be like something with the talk. You know, it just be like one self-defense. You know, it just be like so they defend Ambazonia. But there is a structure for the way we do things then. The forces, they get a structure, leadership get a structure where they communicate, so that if we not be get a structure, the way we probably they do things, and why I did bring this thing up, because I want to tell you now why they conduct it, why Paul Biya decide for carry out another election for Ambazonia. I did want lay una this framework for understand Paul Biya thinking system. And for Ambazonia, therefore be ready. Say Paul Biya, in order for some place now for make any meaningful compromises with the Ambazonian people. They not be ready. La République du Cameroon not be ready for any meaningful political compromises. For end the war. They play another game. And if Ambazonians do not understand that game and rally themselves around an effective strategy, the Ambazonian people go end up suffer more and experience more pain because of lack of understanding of how Paul Biya they operate. Now the reason that I want to take the time for educate what people them today. For giving a Paul Biya strategy. Paul Biya want buy time. And he try for buy time in order for see if it crush the defense on the ground. It want buy time. So why it be say since 2016, when they launched this war on our people, when they killed Akum Julius and then everything is scattered, why when they get their military for ground, but why Paul Biya it is still try for organized elections, hold conferences, talk say they organize a dialogue, and then they try to organize another election. And the question that when I ask them why? Not desperation. Because Paul Biya not be ready for engage the Ambazonian people in terms of equality. Waiting that he tried for do them since 2016. Now for intimidate and terrorize the Ambazonian people then. So that the Ambazonian people, they go fear so much, they go fear die, they go fear suffering, they go fear pain, they go fear a lot of waiting it taken for them for be free, and therefore they go calm down. Once they calm down, waiting probably the offer them now in terms of decentralization, or as they talk effective decentralization, they take their laws of 2000 and 1996 for can implement them for 2020, for calm the Ambazonian people them down, and then the country it remain the same in terms of one and indivisible Cameroon. So overall, na Paul Biya strategy this. That's why their election for 2018 it failed. They tried their election for 2019 for December. That one too can't fail. They can't try their grand national dialogue. That one too can't fail. And then before that, they be start with the Musonge Commission. That one too can't fail. So why be say when they do all these things, they do all these things, when I understand say they are military for down. It is carrying out the strategy for make sure say it weaken the defense structure. Why for outside here, they use bribery and corruption for buy activists them, buy some leaders them, so that they go help them for stop the war on the ground. You understand? This thing be very critical. Our brother Capo Daniel, it don't come out today. It can't reveal for una what you don't tell una since 2018. It played the video of what he did, this guy from the Center for Conflict Prevention for Central Africa. When an NGO where La République du Cameroon use them like La République du Cameroon their own HD for do their dirty work, for bribe activists and bribe leaders, and therefore buy them for stop the war for ground. Okay, una understand the game. Capo Daniel play that tape for una. Una need to understand. Say we understand Paul Biya is strategy, even more than Paul Biya. We understand the way Paul Biya they think and the way Cameroon they operate, even more than them. So we know how to go about for choke them, for defeat them. They get only two solutions. Two. The solutions of La République du Cameroon. Make a bring una up to speed. So that make a bring una this video of one of their colonial chiefs from Kumba. How he confess. Say La République du Cameroon, he bribed them, paid them money for them for participate for this election. Now in this.
What I'm saying here, one of the most painful situations.
Why this one be very relevant for Ambazonians? Because we understand Cameroon's strategy. We understand how to beat them. Because we understand the mindset of Cameroon. We know how to beat them. We know how to defeat them. We know how to disgrace them. We know how to humiliate them. We know how to shatter them. Because we understand their strategy. Before their colonial election, they don't go about for go buy chiefs them. Buy chiefs them where they go sell Ambazonia. Because they don't fit defeat our defense forces. Because they don't fit fight the Ambazonia defense forces. They got to find another way for fool the international community. Paul Biya got to find another way for buy time. For buy time. Because we don't kumkumize them. We make them up to 300 of their forces just within the last few months. Either they don't be killed in Ambazonia or most of them don't run the war. They not fit face our forces. Paul Biya got for change tactic. We not listen for this chief. Wait till they promise them. And then wait till they finally give them. As Paul Biya they buy now na people them. Make it fool the world. Say they say it implement a new political reform for the country. For bring back peace and stability. When I hear from one of the participants, one of the traitors, one of the collaborators, one of the enablers with the buy. When I hear.
There was even a strike for them not to vote. The message we have been hearing about our president, our national president, Paul Biya, has given making a largesse to the chiefs. What we know as the division, the electoral register for 80 chiefs to vote to do the division, the money is 450,000. If you have to divide 450,000.
When at the year, they be promised them plenty money. And Paul Biya make all man go sign book. Say, oh, if you can't participate for this election, Now the big envelope this will go give for now. And then when I hear how much money these people they finally take them for attempt for sell Ambazonia. When I hear the shame.
By 80 chiefs. That should be just 5,000 francs CFA plus. By 80 chiefs. That should be just 5,000 francs CFA plus. Is that the money that people will be singing on radio, TV, all around? 5,000 francs CFA plus.
How much?
By 80 chiefs. That should be just 5,000 francs CFA plus. Is that the money?
That means say at the end of the day, this man confess. Say the actual money we Paul Biya again for one chief for the big state of Meme now 5,400. 5,400. This man, it take 5,400 for sell 8 million Ambazonians. 5,400. 5,400. Now we take up for sell 8 million Ambazonians. For sell an entire country.
That people will be singing on radio, TV, all around. That we have been sent a largesse as chiefs to come and vote. Those are the things that pain people. Those are the things that pain our colleagues. It is not good. It's such a message. If you send something, the way it comes, people receive the way they will be quiet. But making the alarm, telling the world to understand as if something happened that did not happen. If something is wrong, let the thing come out. Just know if truly the money they sent from Meme is 450,000. That means 5,000 something francs per chief. That's the largesse. That's the big money. 5,000 francs per chief. That's the big money that they are announcing for people to be having confrontation with their subjects. Some people will not go back to their villages. Some chiefs will not go back to their villages. Forget.
Oh. So you know say consequences go be, right? So even this man says, he knows that when he take that money, he no go fit go back for a village. He no go fit go back for a community. Now you talk, I'm not ASU. Now you talk,
for people to be having confrontation with their subjects. Some people will not go back to their villages. Some chiefs will not go back to their villages for getting 5,000 francs. So I like to make this story be heard everywhere to know that the money they claim that our national president sent to Meme Division is 5,000 francs plus.
Very good, man. Very good. At least this one confess. He finally confessed. So, La République du Cameroon, their strategy, as they use their military for try to see if they fit slow down what defense forces and weaken them, they take this, what you call them, elites. They take these people, when they call and say, chiefs. They take these people, they turn them now into the modern day slave buyers. So una chiefs, the people who una don't grow up, una respect them. The people with Ambazonians, they say, oh, now these people they be the custodian of our tradition. Now they be the people who they keep peace within the communities. Those people, they don't become the modern day slave buyers. They be the slave merchants. Now then they be the middlemen. We probably give them money for sell una, for sell the communities, for sell the towns and the villages of Ambazonia. Back for La République du Cameroun. For how much? For 5,400. The slave traders. 5,400. Now the money that where they take them for go participate for a fraud, for an illegal election, from a foreign election within Ambazonia, 5,400. And these Langa people, they take the money, and these Langa people, they go participate for the election. Last week, I be tell all the Ambazonian people, they say, the colonial enablers and collaborators, they are programming, their psychological, neurological, biological, social programming, their social colonial programming, it need to respond to the logic of persuasion. It need to respond to the logic of persuasion. So even when they pick up a chief, a phone, the forces they try to talk reasoning into a head, it no go enter. Because since 1961, they don't program them for function a certain way. The only thing where they respond to, now for they respond to how they translate them for how they translate them for English. They respond to now from an experiential. I mean, they respond to now something where it get an immediate impact on them. So, for example, if you call them, you persuade them, say, "Oh, that's what we go do. I'm so not fine. That election be illegal." They no go listen. Now, until you go until Ambazonian forces they arrest you, we know say his life they can end because of what he go do. Now he go change the programming until they put him for prison, until he ear and he eye, he see die bullet for inside, he see him inside. He no go woke up. Bia don't put them for social hypnosis. The programming be ingrained. The programming be deep. That's why they need respond. And that's why they not get the moral uprightness. Because within colonialism, within the structures of occupation, morality no day. Ambazonians una ye fine. Morality no day in the practice of occupation. Morality no day in the practice of colonialism. So when the Ambazonian people, they want be morally upright for gain freedom, when I go lose them. Because it be counterintuitive with how the occupier they operate. When una judge una actions by whether that action be moral or it be immoral, instead of judge your actions by your results. The occupier, it respond now by what the one do. Keep Ambazonians under occupation, even if it means now for kill 8 million Ambazonians, burn all the villages, they go do one. Now when achieve them that they don't sell una for 5,400. When I go still woke up for morning time. When I call some person say una chief. When I go still woke up for morning time for call these slave traders as una funds. I get a message for these people. Before we play that message for these people, so the first phase we wanna need for do. Now say we understand La Republic and that's how defeat them. And they bring una all these things. Forgive una how La Republic they function, why we defeat them, why they fail, and why the way that they go. La Republic go end up as the most backward country for Africa with this strategy. Because the strategy where the Ambazonian people don't create them, where they call and say the Ambazonian strategy, where Dr. Eba give the Ambazonian people them. It help we for bypass all these things then and go way ahead of them. So we be 10 steps ahead of La Republic of Cameroon in terms of our own strategy. Now make a bring una the video for the fun of Nso where Ambazonian people they pardon him. Ambazonian they pardon that man. They say one give you a second chance. Make we see if you go repent. What he do at the end. That same phone, a man where Ambazonian people they pick you up. And all kind news come up for social media. All kind news. Oh, now because of this. Oh, now because of that. All kind argument come up for social media. They make all kind noise. They make be a war between this person versus that person. And they forget about what it be good for Ambazonia. They turn them into what it be good for a fawn. They turn them into what it be good for a traitor. 2 weeks later, that same person, it turn around and it vomit for Ambazonian people their face. Now it is. When I remember now the phone of Saudis, the traditional the biggest traditional ruler for that land. Now it is. If you don't run, go Yaoundé. They try to work out a deal. We go come back for the land without the public presence. And he go come back for continue to be a phone under the Ambazonian people them. They pick you up for find out whether I don't be ready for return to the land and for be a phone for Ambazonia and for give up any relationship with the Republic of Cameroon. Even when it be under forces their custody, he tell them, say, no, Cameroon be one and indivisible. When I talk, say, when I want to give second chance. When I give second chance, that the second chance this.
Yes, okay.
Even color for a clothes, it be the same as that of the Egyptian. It wear the same color clothes like the governor. It wear the same color clothes like the SDO. The surrounding carrying for armor car.
Thank you so much. Yes, please. Thank you so much, Israel, for talking to the media. The regional election, how important is it in restoring peace to the troubled Northwest region, especially in Bull Division that has been very volatile?
It's something so marvelous. I don't know what to say. Than to say, this is the challenge for the three of us to see what we can do. And I'm sure that when we shall be talking to the government, through the government, we will understand us fast. We only want, what we want is peace. That peace that the regional election to bring it to us and our people.
You are appeal to those who still think otherwise. What message do you have to them?
I would like again to tell them that they have been struggling a lot, but it cannot be possible to tamper with your government.
Now the threat of this, it tell the Ambazonian people, say, it not be possible for a people for tamper with their government. Even when this man know, because it will be present when Ambazonia, it will be Ambazonia until Cameroon can occupy Ambazonia. So not being at the people them this way, you feel talk say They don't know the history. They don't know the law. They don't know about Ambazonia. They willingly, deliberately, purposefully, they intentionally decide for sell the Ambazonian people for 5,400 francs. For give La République du Cameroon time. And for Cameroon, for go tell the international community, say, hey, when I don't see him, I be promise I go do something about the war. Now me this, I try for solve the problem by creating regionalism, by implementing a 1996 constitution, for introduce regionalism. Say, oh, that people then, now then go be control of their own affairs. So they use these people then for fool the world. They use these slave traders. I get very bad news. I bring back this man a picture.
Well, you are not fit.
We get very bad news for the fund of Nso. Any Ambazonian, a chief or a fund, where he participate for that Cameroon failed election, we want to tell them, say, as they go participate, they don't move themselves for be funds and for be chiefs within the Ambazonian territory. They don't banish themselves. They don't send themselves into exile. We want to tell the fund of Nso and every other fund and every other chief where he participates, forgive for the continuous, forgive legitimacy for Paul Biya occupation of Ambazonia. Where they participate, forgive Paul Biya a license for continue the genocide for Ambazonia. We get that themselves, they don't take their own hand. They send themselves out of Ambazonia. As they participate for that election, no fund will participate for the election. It go ever come back from Ambazonia. Now the first thing that. The second thing I say, any fund and chief will participate for that election. It no go ever. As you participate, that means you don't cancel your chieftaincy or your fund title from Ambazonia. From what tradition? This message, now for only the chiefs them and the funds them where they participate for that colonial election. Any man where he named it for that list, you sign them, you go vote. You not be a fund anymore and you not be a chief anymore for Ambazonia. Secondly, any fund and any chief will participate for that Sunday regional election. Oh, any councillor, any fund and any chief. Now three types of people they will participate. Councillors, funds and chiefs. Any of them will be participate for that election. Pack your things and come up from Ambazonia as quickly as possible if you never do one before. Carry your bags before they want break. Carry a thing and come up from Ambazonia as quickly as possible if you never do so. From Sunday, where the councillors where they participate, the funds and chief where they participate, the Ambazonia Defense Forces and all our sister forces, they don't classify all the councillors, all the chiefs, and all the funds them where they participate for that election. They don't classify every single one of them. Just as a La République, just as a Cameroon colonial soldier, a Cameroon colonial B, a Cameroon colonial gendarme, a Cameroon colonial SDO, a Cameroon colonial DO. You be a wanted person inside Ambazonia. Your name don't enter for the list of the traitors. So if you steal them from Ambazonia, take that 5,400 we Pobia give you for buy your slaves and go sell them for Pobia. Take and pay your transport. Or you start for worker for inside bush. Because if our forces they catch you inside Ambazonia, you go be executed and they go take your head. They can't hang them for bucket. Una year fine. Any Ambazonian chief and fawn and councillor where he violate the law of the land and he want trample, he want climb on top the Ambazonian people, their sovereignty. You don't sign your death warrant. Now you don't sign your own banishment from the Ambazonia. You don't banish yourself from the land. You be a wanted person by the Ambazonian people who are defense forces. The Deputy Defense Chief of Ambazonia Defense Forces, Capo Daniel, he don't publish the list of all the councillors, all the chiefs, and all the funds where they participate for that election. He don't publish that list. The intelligence units of Ambazonian Defense Forces and all our sister forces across the 13 states. Every single defense intelligence unit and every single brigade of Ambazonia Defense Forces and our sister forces. That list, it don't be distributed to them. They go hunt every single traitor down. They go hunt every councillor, every colonial councillor, every colonial chief, and every colonial fund will participate for that election. They go hang you, they go hang your head for public square for inside Ambazonia. For the crime of treason. For your participation. For keep the Ambazonian people them under Cameroon occupation. For your participation. For legitimize Cameroon genocide for Ambazonia. For your participation for colonialism of Ambazonia. And for your participation for the burning of 500 and something Ambazonian village, the killings of more than 20,000 Ambazonians, and the displacement of more than 1.5 million Ambazonians. Any man we think they go take money for poor beer, for sell this generation, and for sell the Ambazonian people, and for sell the sovereignty of Ambazonia to La République du Cameroon. The Ambazonia Defense Forces, no matter place where you dey, even if you run, you go hide for Cameroon presidency, they go chase you until they get you. Not be this generation. So, not be now only say it be now an act of national betrayal or a treason. But una di do na something where first of all, una say don't confess. Say una know say when una do and una know if you go back on our villages. But una langa throat. Una desire for big manism. Una desire for be Nchindaden for Pobia. Una desire for be chiefs. While una people that stay for bush. Una desire for receive money While the same poor the kill una people them. While the same colonial army the kill una people them. Now una classify yourselves. What forces they go chase una? Not be this generation. Not be this time around. Not be this time. It be unthinkable. Say some man go call himself say be chief. Some man go call himself say be fun. They don't kill most of your people them. Burn most of their houses. They stay for bush and you come out go participate for an election where it be organized by the same people where they kill their people, burn their homes, rape women them, burn people them alive. It be unthinkable. How the world if he look as una and call una say una be traditional chiefs. Una be traitors. How una fit gain the respect of una own people? And how those same people if he come back to you? For counseling, for solve community problems. When you be a traitor and you turn around and sell those same people. How? And some person don't ask them for you say, Mr. ASU, please, you all should forgive those chiefs and fun. That's what someone they talk for you. That's what some like the public agent they talk for you. Say make them forgive them. There is no forgiveness. Forgiveness no day. For any person, we knowingly, you know say be wrong. You still go do harm. There's no forgiveness. Accountability, not forgiveness. Responsibility, not forgiveness. And what people go also carry appropriate actions will be consistent with the crimes that those people commit under natural law and under international law. No forgiveness. Made a pack out of Amazonia. The one with the kill him for, with the kill him, with the defense forces for ADF headquarters for Alabukam, with the pick you up, with the kill him. Now the first example that the order don't be given all across the territory. The leader of our war of independence, he don't talk say they say we must drain the swamp of colonialism. We must drain the swamp of traitors, collaborators, and labelers and Amazonia. We go for drain that swamp. Fortunately for the Amazonian people, then will be put in place a strategy for defeat La Republic of Cameroon, for make sure say the election not take place. Even when they bribe people, will make sure say election not take place. That's why our strategy it not only protect the integrity of the Amazonian people, but it makes sure say we defeat the elections. That's why they deploy our forces them all across the national territory. And then enforce a defense lockdown for stop the fraud. And I want categorically tell the Amazonian people, say the Amazonian people, they get 1,000 success rate for stop the fraudulent election. The election will be a non-event in terms of the impact, in terms of it say whether it take place or it not take place. It be a non-event. What strategy stop up? That's why they go for carry people them. Now for armor car for night, go keep them for some place. That's why the election not be been a public event. It been a military operation where they carry people now for military helicopter and underground dealings for middle night for Amoka. For carry them. May they go vote. Traitors. Must see if I find that picture for you. For one of those traitors. 90s. Now upload that for now. Not be this generation. When I know make that nonsense with this generation. Not be for this generation. That nonsense don't happen. So they go do midnight dealings. They go do underground dealings. They go meet up. Now army they carry them. Now military helicopter and armor car. They carry them go for sacred place. For me to go do their underground dealings. Not in this. Not the people in this. Not in that. Not them that. Now the traitors them that. And they believe now so they get protection. Slave masters being protected by hired military agents. Oh yes. Now they get safety. We now get safety for La République du Cameroon. We now go remain for day. So, our strategy, it be powerful and it be effective. So imagine, saying that the conditions and this, where they try for carry out an election. And the conditions and this. They take special forces. They send them, may they pick these people then up for Amoka. And then they go bring them, they go put them for sacred place. A few of them vote. And then they come out. They say regional elections. Oh, they don't conduct regional elections. For the first time for the history of Cameroon, Cameroon don't conduct regional elections. And the idiot, the Shumbu, he even talks, they say, the regional elections. Now I go bring peace to Ambazonia. So that's why I want to get an extensive conversation today, more than any time before, because I need to know the game. Now, two things Paul Biya want accomplish them by organizing this fraud. Two things. The first thing, which Paul Biya do them now for start for put in place. When I hear fine. The first thing for buy time. First, this election are just for buy time. It not get any meaning. It not get any impact for Ambazonia. Maybe it get meaning for La République du Cameroon. But when it concerns the Ambazonian territory, the only reason why they hold this election, now for buy time. Number two, now for tell the international community, say Paul Biya they take steps for solve the crisis, for solve the war, for solve the conflict. Alright? So now a manipulative strategy. But the real intention for this thing, the real agenda, now for them for start for put in place the structure with the one impose some as structures of governance within Ambazonia for their negotiation. When I hear fine. The one get a negotiation. That negotiation, now the reason why they bring Sako and Chris Anu inside Ambazonian War of Independence. I don't tell you that this thing, I don't like for they bring this thing them up, but it be important, make we educate all and make we understand what it go on. Wetin be the try for do am. Now for start for put in the mechanism of their new way of governing the country, while for back, they don't put people them where they want to use them for negotiate and fool the international community say negotiation don't take place. That's when, now the reason that way, Pobia, he no say, they say, the popularity of Ayoktabe Julius and the popularity of Dr. Ibacho, Ayok Julius, it become very popular for the Ambazonian people. They be like it because he like Papa. Dr. Ibacho's strategy of self-defense, it becomes so popular. Pobia say, okay, the best way for slow the process down. Now for take out Ayok will be very popular. Bring in Sako and Chris Anu. So that's why they work with Sako and Chris Anu for sell Siseko Ayoktabe for Pobia. Now they deal that. Chris Anu and Sako, they sell Siseko as part of the negotiation deal for Pobia. Once they sell Siseko, Pobia say, okay, we now go be the face for that interim government. Because Pobia need a negotiating partner. He knows Siseko here and Dr. Ayaba. They no go agree. So the guy forgets Siseko out of the way. And that's why Chris Anu and Sako, they sell Siseko. So that in the field become, they get the position for inside the interim government. Once they sell Siseko, them now take over the interim government. So that means that Pobia take over that interim government. Put his own people them, his own infiltrators them, where he go to work with them for determine the direction of the war of independence and therefore how things end. That's why the moment they take out Siseko, they bring in an activist. I don't want to call their names them because I know there for that nonsense anymore. They bring in an activist where he accompany Sako. When I know who he be, I don't need to tell you. Why Sako and Chris Anu, the day out for saying they ban the ADF, they ban the AGOFC, that activist own work, it be then I say make the discredit Dr. Ayaba. When I understand the strategy fine. They go, they take out Siseko, bring in Sako and Anu. Pobia need negotiating partners. The governing council of Ambazonia don't take an extreme position for acts for full independence. Siseko Ayoktabe don't take a position for acts for that full independence. They get for get one of them out of the way. So that they go only get one for deal with them. Ambazonia they will be very lucky. Say Dr. Ayaba and he leaders them. They will get sense. They not go for that thing will happen for Nigeria. They will get sense. They not go. They for pick all them. So now they don't pick Siseko. They don't sell Siseko. Anu, Sako and Chris Anu, they don't sell Siseko. It there for Pobia hand. So Siseko, now it don't be tight. Because it now for under Pobia control. So that group where they call an IG, Pobia don't take over that group. Now they control them. Through Sako and Chris Anu. Now there only one person remain. Where it be their obstacle for one Cameroon. One. Now only one movement be remain. And at the governing council of Ambazonia and the Ambazonian Defense Forces. Now it remain. So now only one man they stand for their rope, for their way, for Pobia way. That person in name na Ayabacho. Now only Dr. Ayaba. It be the only thing we remain now between Ambazonia and Cameroon. So the goal of Sako and Chris Anu now for go after Dr. Ayaba. Not be for help Ambazonia they made do anything on the ground. Not be for help Ambazonia they made do anything diplomatically. They don't take out Siseku. Now how they fit take out Dr. Ayaba? Now how they fit take out the ADF? So that Sako and Chris Anu, with the people the way they don't surround them, they go become the people them where they go sign that agreement. And that agreement go take place, not be inside Cameroon. The agreement go be na a symbol. It no go get any meaning. Nothing no go come out for it. It no get any substance. Now the bias strategy this. Corruption and bribery. Put your own people there. Use your own people there. Deceive Ambazonians. Why Ambazonians that they think they get leaders? They don't know say that they deal with CPDM and that they deal with La République du Cameroun directly. So now the game this. So while the strategy for ground for stop the election, it be very effective. Thank God for the powerful forces of Rambila. Ambazonian, they go for wise. They go for wise. I know say for an average Ambazonian, because you don't be manipulated and brainwashed a lot. A lot of these things, they go shock you. And you will go for a state of resistance for fight which I try to tell you. With time, you will come for the same conclusion. I want me to just listen with an open mind and ask for more evidence and clarity. Understand the strategy. I'm not telling you to understand us. Understand be a way of operating. Sako and Chris Anu. Now the people where they don't put them for una revolution, for give una back for La République du Cameroun under the deal for one Cameroon. Now Paul Biya is direct working partners. Their goal for this revolution from day one, not before put guns for ground zero. That's why they raise all the money they raise them. They not put one AK for ground zero. Their goal now for stop the war for ground zero. All this noise they make them outside here and noise. Their goal now for stop the war on behalf of Pobia. So the earlier, most Ambazonians, they understand the Biya strategy. The better for Ambazonian people then. So, while Ambazonians they defeat this election, Ambazonians they get a challenge where they need for face them, and they need for confront them, and we need for work, for come into the conclusion and understanding and align with ourselves with our own victory. The strategy where Dr. Iba give the Ambazonian people them, it make them impossible for any person for sell Ambazonia. But the choice for some Ambazonians, it is slow Ambazonian total victory. The choice. All right, the choice. So, wait till Biya the try for doing now so as we talk. That election are no event. That regional election, council election, special status, all that one are nonsense. For Ambazonia. But for La République du Cameroun, now the new country that way they shape and now the agenda that way they sell them for the world. Wait till Biya need them now. Now how for make sure say they try for weaken the ADF for ground for such a way. That's why Chris Anu, the push their small forces they remain for ground. The small one they remain. Like TTA and the Bui Warriors, the small one they remain. 7 or 8 for a year with 1 or 2 AKs and stuff like that. They go to push them. Push them when they go attack the ADF. And then tell when I say they don't ban the ADF. Now the whole goal that. They try for tell Paul Biya say that they work very hard for make sure say Dr. Ayaba not get the kind power we give for the Ambazonian people then. Now for make sure say the weaken Ambazonian and therefore carry all una, rush una, go for some place, probably Switzerland or maybe England, because now una not trust Switzerland anymore. They go move on for England. Go for the, pay a lot of the big people them for agree say the separatist leaders, they don't come together with the government of Cameroon and they go make a symbolic signature. Say they don't sign agreement of peace. Now peace agreement they define now. Probably the one now an agreement for ceasefire. Now all that you want them. Not be forgiven or anything. So the earlier una understand who the work for una, who need the work for una, the better for the Ambazonian people then. The faster Ambazonia go get progress. The faster ground zero it go be stabilized. Because when Dr. Ayaba and the Governing Council of Ambazonia and the Ambazonian Defense Forces, they focus for make Ambazonia make it be powerful for ground, for make sure say any negotiation with the Ambazonian people need to get them. Now a negotiation will it be led by the United Nations or by a country where the United Nations mandate that country. Say now we don't mandate you. Now we don't give you the power on behalf of the United Nations for hold this negotiation between Ambazonia and Cameroon. All right? While Dr. Abadi fight, make Ambazonia get that kind of negotiation. When I go to hear more and more, Crazy Anu, Ian Sako, their goal now how for attack the ADF, how for blackmail Dr. Ayaba. Now their goal that, now their own work that, and now they have worked that since 2018. So when I understand this strategy, and then when I start for make una choices, when I start for know who say una need for put una energy. If una want in, it give una a plan. It don't take una for place where una day today. Dr. Ayaba give una the plan. It don't stop all Cameroon elections. It stop anything Cameroon Buandu and Ambazonia. It give una a plan where it inspire every man and woman from Ambazonia. It give una a plan. We make all the defense forces them. Every boy and girl will rise up. Now because of his inspiration and his courage. Be una the finest defense force. Give una one of the finest vision. So the plan we don't lay on for the Ambazonian people. Now the best plan, we get 100% guarantee for give Ambazonian complete independence and give the Ambazonian people their land back. Best plan. Best so far. No other thing not there for table. We even come close to what you don't offer for the Ambazonian people. So that strategy for defense stabilization. Now for make sure say we build ground zero, we build the defense for ground where it be too powerful for anybody for temper with Ambazonia anymore. Now for correct the errors of 1961. For make sure say the Ambazonian people they not go into any negotiation where they not get a force where they defend the freedom of Ambazonia. You go for negotiation and you not get anything. We give you guarantee for your land. Now which kind of negotiation that? Now war. You talk saying a war for independence. But you want to go for negotiation, you not get any force. We feel guarantee. Say when those talks they fail. You get the forces so they feel protect your land. You get the forces so they feel protect your people. Then we will go back for occupation. We will go back under La République Cameroon control. It be simple, isn't it? That's why they launched the defense stabilization plan. For make Ambazonia may be too powerful for any person for sell up. Make Ambazonia may be so powerful. Project Ambazonia for the level where the well now enough it talk say, oh, well, Pobia, you need Pobia look. Because now, why the world they look between Pobia and Ambazonia and try for balance and weigh them out, you know, like the ambassador, Cameroon higher commissioner for Canada higher commissioner, we can't talk say the government of the Republic of Cameroon need to make some compromises, and the separatists they need to make compromises. Now because they look this relative strength, say Ambazonia now not win Cameroon totally and push them out, and Cameroon not defeat Ambazonia, so they ask them to make a compromise. Now, if you compromise, what's going to be your outcome? What's going to be your outcome if you compromise? Una use una sense. That's why the Ambazonian people they need a high leverage. And for war and diplomacy, as Eugene Ufoka detail now, as Dr. Larry, when at the Secretary of State detail now, as the diplomatic boss, the Vice President of Government Council of Ambazonia, Dr. Gilon, you don't tell now. Diplomacy without a powerful force, you be useless. The reason why Paul Biya never succeed with Sako and Chris Anu, now because they don't get power for ground zero. If Sako be get half of the kind forces and weapon where Dr. Ayababiron put up for ground zero, Ambazonia if don't be over for now. If Sako and Chris Anu they be get half of the kind force where ADF be, they don't close the deal for Paul Biya long time ago. They forget their ministerial positions as they ask Paul Biya. And this noise about Ambazonia if we don't finish. The only reason where it not succeed now because they not fit proven to Paul Biya say they control ground zero in terms of defense forces. Now because they not be fit for proven to the Swiss. That's why Akwanga a ceasefire fail. Because it shows Akwanga no get forces anymore for ground zero. That's why their call for school resumption failed. So out of vexation, say that they lost control. Say Paul Biya no fit count on them anymore for deliver. As when I don't hear from that man from Center for my checking name for here. What be this man name? Where now be on Angola Ondua for the man for Central Center for Conflict Prevention. As when I don't hear from me. For them for pay back Paul Biya. Because Paul Biya not trust them anymore. Paul Biya not believe in them. That's why they kill Comfort. That's why evidence now, as that man, they reveal him. They kill the beginning for Kumba. As a vexation. Because Paul Biya they tell them, say, when I be too slow for giving the ceasefire I want them. No be now to talk him. Angola Ondua, the man with the worker for when I pay them, he talk him. He tell you why they do those things for ground zero. When I get to understand the game. Understand the game. Once you understand their game, you create a better strategy and you beat them on top of their game. Ambazonia be victorious because the strategy with the governing council of Ambazonia, it gives the Ambazonian people a factor in all these things. That's why when some of the activists They go take money from Angola, Ondua. And they put their name for newspaper. Say they don't call for school resumptions. It don't work. Not be nice to talk them. Angola, Ondua talk them. Say they pay them for do those things. And the same Angola, Ondua offer me 250 million CFA for quit the revolution. We tell you now. Out of the 1 billion CFA we probably give them for buy Ambazonian activists and leaders. Because the governing council of Ambazonia a factor in these things into the strategy so that Ambazonia in the point of their victory, no man will sell them. No man. That's why we need to trust a credible leader. We need to trust a credible strategy for our own good. For which the people that they ask them. Now intelligence. Once you know a model and how that model will work, you create a higher system or strategy where it go fit shape no matter how that model behave, you fit control them. The Ambazonian victory, where people they shut down an entire country. We shut down the country. We shut down every village, every town for Ambazonia. Why would we be capable for do those things? Now because of the strategy. Now because of the consistent engagement and education for our people then. So when we come out for talk this truth for una, not be now because you know say you don't like some person. Now because we want to make all we will do the right thing for our people then. We do it to be right for our people then. We do it to be consistent with the hopes, the dreams, the aspiration of the Ambazonian people then. That's leadership. You know if you buy a leader with character, you know if you buy a leader with integrity, revolutionaries, not be people that if you buy them with money, people they stand for something bigger and greater. You not if you buy them with money because they not be hungry for money. They be hungry for freedom of their people. They be hungry for give their people a good life. They be hungry for give their people hope. You know if you buy them with money, you know if you buy them with position, you know if you buy them with power. Because they already get those things. Why I don't already create my own power for life? Why I go need power from a shit hole president and a colonial dictator? I have already created who he be for life. You don't need phobia. Now beggars and hungry people and people who don't believe for their own, for themselves. Say for this part of the world, they feel be great. They feel be successful. So that they look for shortcuts. Look for crumbs for bread. When I woke up, the world don't change. The way people they think don't change. The way people they behave don't change. When you say you want freedom, your action must match your desire. You know if you talk say you want freedom from a colonial state and you can't be a play politics with your people then. You know if you talk say you want freedom, but they kill your people, you know if you build an army. You know if you defend them. And every day you talk say you want freedom. That's inconsistent. Be bold. Be brave. The stabilization plan. Now forgive Ambazonian people. The defense will be powerful enough for knock La Republic Cameroon out. For make our people may they feel safe and protected. project Ambazonia into the international system, for they will say, yes, the people don't arrive. Yes, the people don't mature. Yes, if we count on these people for keep peace, security, and stability for that region, Pobia no will get any choice than for come for a credible negotiation with the Ambazonian people then. You don't get any choice. Now, make a take all una. Una now make a take una. We go for Weti Barrister ASU Emmanuel. As la Republic make this no regional election. Barrister ASU Emmanuel tell they say una shut up. He say una stop down una rubbish. He say una stop down una lie. He say una stop that nonsense. Which regional election? Which regional election? Barrister ASU Emmanuel tell Pobia, say Pobia, you stop the noise. He say manipulation not too much. He said, but this time around I must tell Pobia the truth. I see don't do them recently. Barrister ASU Emmanuel are one of the few Ambazonians who they inside the territory, currently within the colonial state. Where did he tell Pobia the fucking truth? Oh. That French boy come off my mouth again, oh. Some people they say, yeah, ASU, so you overlike that French, that swearing French. Anyways, so Barrister ASU Emmanuel, now the only Ambazonian, where they stand up now for the within the colonial states itself. He tell Pobia, say Pobia, why you lie so? He say Pobia, for your life, even when you don't owe and you can't die and everything they crumble, why you still lie? Say regional election will bring this, he go do this. Now everybody starts to man say, well, these people that they talk about that regional election, they even know what it even mean. So make we hear what the Barrister ASU Emmanuel talk, as we already tell now, when I hear the Connie.
You mocking at who? Now, somebody talked of House of Chiefs. They have brought back House of Chiefs. My brother, did you spend your life in Kenya or some other country that is not this one? House of Chiefs in the days of Southern Cameroon was a senate.
Nadia?
It was a senate.
Pobia tell una say one bring una back House of Chiefs. Now Barrister ASU Emmanuel tell una. Southern Cameroon began a parliament and then it began the House of Chiefs. The House of Chiefs began at the upper house. It been at the upper house of Ambazonia. Una here. Say they want bring una back House of Chiefs. Una here.
So you want to bring back a senate in Kenya or some other country that is not this one? House of Chiefs in the days of Southern Cameroon was a senate. It was a senate. So you want to bring back a senate as a council chamber? What are you talking about? You are bringing back a senate as a council chamber.
Okay. Now two things are there. So Pobia say one give Ambazonia the special status. Every division, every municipality for Ambazonia, it already get a council, and every council get a council chamber. So Pobia, he tell Ambazonia people, they say one give, he don't want give them something they call a special status. And then one give them what they call a House of Chiefs. So he want to restore the House of Chiefs so that they go give Ambazonian people then what they be things that they get them before. Now the clarity this, Dr. Barrister ASU Abeg talk amo. When me and Capo Daniel will talk say now you talk up.
Chiefs in the days of Southern Cameroon was a senate. It was a senate. So you want to bring back a senate as a council chamber? What are you talking about? You are bringing back a senate as a council chamber. I even hear people talking about regional representatives. Please go back to that law. We don't have that in Southern Cameroon. They are talking of, they say the regional house is made of two houses. The House of Chiefs and the House of Divisional Representatives. Look at their terminology. Divisional representatives. You didn't have that in 1960. What are they bringing out? They brought back nothing. And the House of Chiefs, look, there is nothing special. They have the same prerogatives as the other regional houses.
When I remember, say, when Paul Biya can talk about these things, say, he want bring back special status to Ambazonia. I tell you, I say, na lie. The two they call and say, that their regionalism, it make all the 10 regions equal. They did only try for food. The Ambazonian people say, the one for Ambazonia, they will call they only give a new name for Ambazonia. Say, when I go be in a special status, just for manipulate the people then. And then they say, we'll give them a House of Chiefs. We'll do the research. We can't tell when then. Say, wait till Paul Biya they try for do not only for full Ambazonia, because that same House of Chief is there for all the other 8 regions of Cameroon. Then too they get them. So that the exact same team, it do them all across. I say they call them decentralization. There is no decentralization. Now for take CPDM structures them, put all right. Now all CPDM. Now decentralization of the centralized system. Now we do one. Excuse me. When I hear
Only 2 things different. One, they can give an opinion on the running of their house. An opinion. You know what that is? And they can give an opinion on matters of education. The opinion, like far said, can be accepted or can be rejected, can be put under a draw. So are you talking about autonomy in terms of an opinion, giving an opinion that has no effect whatsoever? Who are you mocking at?
Now the deal.
We should be still.
Now the deal. This Paul Biya want go finalize them. They put all these things there for ground, and then wait till they be the try for do them with their infiltrators them. Now for do after don't do all these things them, and then they rush for Oyibo country with one of the Oyibo companies them, with one of the Oyibo people them. Right now, currently, their biggest Oyibo partner, na Swiss. They go sign a peace deal, and then when they come back, they go start for put all these things in. Say Cameroon now, it don't be decentralized. And then they will create a new administration where these infiltrators them, they go get new ministerial position for the new government. Now the time that way Paul Biya go step down. Now the year. Now the period that way Paul Biya now, he go talk say okay. He don't do a biggest achievement for Cameroon. The war will be there for scatter Cameroon. It don't help for restore peace. Now the time that we Paul Biya go one step down. Now they plan this. Now Biya, he plan this. Not before anything. Not before develop Ambazonia. Not before reconstruct Ambazonia. Not be for give autonomy for Ambazonia. Not be for acknowledge say the Ambazonian people they get a state. And they recognize that state and the one she don't as equal partners for negotiating table. Now for find a new way for gain back control for Ambazonia.
Here. You see, even in terms of an effect on the entire nation, this is a totally useless exercise. I want to agree with Mr. Fa because the country says Cameroon is a unitary, decentralized state. What have these people, these CPDM people put in place? They have put in place an over-centralized state in place of a decentralized state. So what they're trying to do now, they call it decentralization. Sorry. You have put in place a deconcentration process. You are trying to deconcentrate what you have centralized. You have over-centralized.
Where Paul Biya? Paul Biya go deal with this generation. Paul Biya, You go deal with this generation of Ambazonians. We tell you so we get sense now. Well, Pobia, we tell you so we catch all your conny them. We be know these things. The moment they come over their program, we quickly get into it. We do our complete research. We get an understanding. We can educate now. Today, we like to take these things as comedy because when you get a people that be very intelligent, a people that be very proactive, they feel see things in advance. Because once you understand person's strategy, you feel know how they move. We know probably a game in and out. That's how they beat you for every step of the way. This man is a complete moron. An idiot. Look, if Pobia gets more sense, for end the Ambazonian War of Independence, it will be very easy. But this man is a moron. Na moron. Na moron. Na a complete moron. This idiot. Obviously, Paul Biya is foolishness. It work for the Ambazonian people, their greatest interest. The only thing we don't really help Ambazonians. Now because this idiot really foolish, plenty. And Ambazonians and Dr. Ababil, he give the Ambazonian people a strategy and a defense force. We counter Paul Biya, he thinks them. If not be so, this war of independence will not be history. All the people they don't kill them. All they will not be forgotten. Life will not go back to normal. For a traditional people, now listen very carefully. They get short-term memory. Biya understand. Go kill their people. Tomorrow they come, give those same people money and mimbo. Most of them go forget about it. The only thing we don't save Ambazonia. Now the army, where Dr. Ibadan bill for the Ambazonian people them. We'll be very, very lucky. We'll be very lucky. And the Ambazonian people don't know how lucky they be. Biafra don't take una back. If the governing council of Ambazonia and Ambazonia Defense Forces not be there, the moment the cash is sickle, if Dr. Ibadan not be there, this thing will not be over for now. Una be very lucky. But una need to know how lucky una be. Una be very lucky. Say the bill na the ADF. Una start for appreciate Dr. Ibai work. Una if you don't go back to one Cameroon. Every single person in the mob, if you don't shut up, if you don't quiet, all that una activists they make noise for outside here. We Angula undo the tell una say that they pay them money. All them. They are going for made help them, made build their TV station and their journalism career them. That's the only reason that they did for this revolution. They signed a peace deal today. When I go see all of them. Because they not believe for hard work. They not believe, say, they feel use their journalism, use their hard work, use their creativity, and build greatness. They wait for small bribe. They carry back lucky. Forget Dr. Ayaba as una leader. Una be very lucky. Forget the governing council of Ambazonia as the leading movement for liberate the Amazonian people. Una be very lucky. Una be very lucky, say General Efam and the ADF that is still stand for ground today. Una thank God for waiting to keep una. Una thank God for waiting to give una hope. Una thank God. Una thank una God. Una thank una God. Una be a very lucky generation. Say when una be need leadership, una own Jesus show up. Una own Moses. Una own Obama. Una own man. He show up. God don't give Ambazonia their own Mandela. His name na Yabacho. Now una liberate of that. The earlier una come for that conclusion, the faster una freedom will come. Ambazonian don't defeat Cameroon. Nothing of it stop the Ambazonian people from being free. Only themselves. Cameroon of it stop Ambazonia. Sako and Chris Ann will not stop Ambazonia. If una want freedom, una follow the stabilization plan. Now una next game that. Now una next step that. Una do am. If Ambazonians they donate, contribute for the stabilization plan, January 2021, una go be for a complete different place. Any man we want freedom for Ambazonia. Every other thing don't fail for ground. When I hear me fine, everything on the ground don't fail. Everything where the one do don't fail.